Welcome back, friends. So in this video I will show you that how you can use one of the IDEs to open your Angular project, right? So I'm using Angular IDE. I have installed Angular IDE on my system and I'm using this Angular IDE to open the Angular projects. You can use any other IDE that you are aware to use or you are comfortable to use, but in this series of videos I will be using this Angular IDE, and at the end or in some video in between I will show you that how you can use the Visual Studio or you can use the Eclipse as well for the Angular IDE, how you can install the plugin for Angular IDE to the Eclipse, or how you can open your project in visualstudio.net if you have Visual Studio setup available with you. So here I'm going to use Angular IDE, so let's open it. I would recommend that every editor you use, you should open it in administrative mode. So I have also used the administrator mode to open the Angular IDE, right? So here I don't have any project. I'm not going to open any project. I'm going to add a local project which I have created in the previous video. How I created that, you can visit the previous video for that. So I'm just using add a local project, and here I'm going to give the project path. And what is my project path? This is my project path. This is the Angular project 1, this folder. Inside this folder I have created the project Angular 1. If you remember, I created the project inside this folder using the command create new, ng new. Okay, it's not create new, it's ng new. So I will give this path here, just finish, and it will load your project, all the projects which are available inside this directory. So you need to wait for few seconds before you will be able to see the project launched in your favorite IDE. So here is the project which has been launching now. So it is adding every project from the local folder. You can see the message. Okay, so it has installed, sorry, it has loaded your project here, this Angular one. This was the one which I created, right? So this has also been loaded now, right? So before that, we need to, before doing anything, we need to just open a command prompt. And in this command prompt, we need to go to the path Angular 1. This is the path where my project is there. My Angular project is sitting here. So what I will do, ng serve. Remember, it's the name is ng serve. The command is ng serve. So just press enter, and you will be able to see that it is just compiling your project, your Angular project. Okay, so it is compiled successfully now. So now you can just load it, and this was the default content which I added. I will show you that where I added that, right? So this was one way you can open your project. But if suppose I just unload all these projects, right? I just delete this one as well. I'm not deleting the project from the disk. I'm just deleting it from the workspace. This area is known as the workspace. So now how you will add your project? You just need to go to the file, just select the import, and you need to select the Angular here in this dialog box. You need to select the Angular and then click on the Angular project. Do next, and here you need to provide the complete path up to your project, right? So if the path is correct, it will automatically take the project name, which means that it is fine to open your project now. Just do a next and it will show you that what command it is going to run, and then just click on the finish and it will be loading your project now. So these are the two ways you can open your existing projects. Okay, so let's do some coding and let's see what you can do with your code initially to understand the basic structure of an Angular application. So here you can see that there are different folders. One is E2E, the other one is node modules, the other one is the SRC one, which is of our use. This E2E contains the test cases, end-to-end test cases configuration that we will discuss in coming videos. This SRC folder contains different folders, app, assets, environment. So inside this, we need to go to the app folder. And inside this app folder, you need to take care of initially only 3 files. You need to understand only 3 files. One is appmodule.ts, right? So here you can see it's ng module. This is the decorator. I hope you are aware about the decorators. What is the meaning of decorator? If you are not aware about, then I will let you know in the coming videos what does they mean. What do they mean? So ng module is just a decorator which tells that what all we need to compile for all this module, for this module, right? We can have number of modules in our application. The modules, I hope you are aware about the general definition of the module. A module is a functional logical separation from one to other module, right? Is a functional separation to exhibit a different kind of functionality of a product, right? So here I have only one module, which is the main module, and this module will compile app component, which is coming from the app routing.module, and browser module, and the app routing module. All these should be available here, right? So these are all here. So ng module, everything that we need to compile inside this module, that should be part of that ng module. So you can see that this is also ng module, and if you go to this app module.ts, you can also see that this is also ng module, right? So this ng module is basically specifying that what all we need to compile for this module, right? And next one is app.component.ts. This is the main file. This component file, this component.ts file, TS stands for TypeScript. This language is known as the TypeScript, and anything which you write in AngularJS code, that is written in the TypeScript, right? So this is the TypeScript. Here you can see this @component, this command, all these things are the part of the TypeScript. So this one is the main file which controls all those things which are displayed on your screen. It controls all those actions which are taken by the user, like if user clicks any button or user takes any action on any of the controls on your browser, the window, right? The browser window where you are able to see any form on your HTML page. All those actions, how it need to respond to, all these things are taken care by the component itself, right? So this component class is the app component class, which is the main component class, and the basic component class which is used for the entire application. The base class is the app component class, right? And apart from this, you can see app.component.html. This is the display part. This will be displaying the data which it will be taking from the component. This component contains all those variables, all those binding variables which you can bind in your HTML page, and you can just display all the messages. You can just display all the things that you want to display using this component, app component. So in this app component, you can see that there are two variables created. One is title and the other one is the special message. You can add one more You can add as many you want, right? This one I added, this one I added. This one was already there, but I just modified this, and this one was added by me, right? So whatever you have to display, that will be given here, app.component.html, and whatever you need to display, those are written here. The variables using which you will be displaying the values, or you will be rendering the page, that will be written here, app component HTML, and all the resources will be here. Like this is title and a special message. You can see that this title and a special message I have used here, right? So if you have to display anything, you need to use these two curly braces, open two curly braces and closing two curly braces. This is called the interpolation syntax in the Angular IDE, in AngularJS, not IDE, AngularJS. This is called the interpolation syntax, using which you can bind any of the variable, right? So how we are able to bind these title and special messages? The reason is that we are exporting this class, app component, and all the variables which have been defined inside this, they all have been exported. And what do we mean by exporting the variables or the classes? By exporting the class or the variable, we mean that this can be used anywhere in the scope of the application, right? So here you can use title and a special message. So inside this special message, I have written welcome to you on this page, and title is my first Angular project. And these two things I have bind here using the interpolation syntax. And that is why when I run this application, it shows me my first Angular project and welcome to you on this page. If you want to add any more things here, you can add like test message is equal to hello world. I can use this one as well. And if I want to print it, I can go there in the app component.html and I can simply put it like in the h4 heading. I'm just going to put test message. I just placed it, and as soon as I will save it, you can see that here, okay, so it is showing some error. It says that semicolon is expected. So here I need to just see where I am doing the mistake. Okay, so this is wrong. So there I just wrongly placed it. So here you can see that now it has been compiled successfully, right? So here you will change and here it will be compiled. So this is the beauty of the AngularJS projects when you are using the ng components, right? So once you change this, you will be able to see the code has been compiled with all the errors or the successful message, right? So now, since it has been compiled successfully, and at the same time this is also running inside the cell, your server is also running, so whatever it has to display on the HTML page, all those things will be displayed here. So if you open this, you can see that hello world also gets printed, so it is reflected immediately. And one more thing I would like to tell you regarding the AngularJS, that it will provide the two-way model update, which means that anything which you change on the screen, that will be updated inside the data section. That is, the component will be updated as per the changes in the on the user interface. And similarly, anything which you change in the component, that will be immediately reflected to the user interface, or you can say the web client, right? So here if you write anything else, 1 2 3 4 anything, that will be just compiled, and after the compilation it will be just displayed here. So I guess this has been compiled now. Now we need to see, it is not compiling, so let me again okay, now it compiled. So if I just clicked on it, I'm not sure why it is giving me this kind of problem. When if I click on it, then it will stop compiling. It will not compile the next time. If you have to compile next time, you need to just press some key, right? But that is not an issue, you can do that. So now you will be able to see something 1 2 2 3 3 3. Okay, so this was all for this video, and in next video we will elaborate more on this application. And I hope you guys have also created one application on your system so that you can keep working with me, you can keep practicing on the AngularJS. So we will meet in the next video. Till then, have a nice day and bye.